Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with,
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome, Jenna.
Welcome, Jenna. You are apparently not sick.
No, and welcome to, I guess, the quarantine. We're not under quarantine now.
We're not under quarantine yet.
Not yet, but I am working at home this last week, and you're going to be starting to be home.
Right. I have a company that has happily decided to give us full-timers a couple of weeks of pay so that we can stay home. We don't have to work from home. We are just supposed to stay home, stay in our social isolation or distancing or whatever that's called.
Social isolation.
So I did work
Social distancing.
Monday through today. My normal hours are approximately, I think I left 1 or 2 hours early on a day or two. Sure, go ahead, Jenna.
So anyway, everybody, I'm just getting settled here. You know, you'd think working at home, why, I'd be so relaxed and ready to go.
Well, you know what I haven't done? I haven't sent the link.
Oh, no wonder nobody's here.
No wonder nobody's here. So just go ahead and keep talking.
Well, I'll keep talking.
You can do that.
So basically, that is so funny. So basically, I work till 5, and so taking everything down, it just kind of nerve-wracking trying to fit in dinner. At least I didn't have the drive home to contend with, so that was a bit easier. Well, anyway, that's right. So that's why nobody's here.
I'm working on it.
I know. So I am shuffling a deck here called the Irish Fairy cards. And we're going to pull one. You know, it was just St. Patrick's Day not that long ago. And by the way, happy spring equinox, vernal equinox to everybody. I hope you had a great day today celebrating spring. I'm wearing something springy to celebrate the season. So yeah, it is my time of year. And we are almost ready to go. Apologize for this tonight. Like I said, everything's a little crazy right now with this coronavirus thing going on.
Well, it's really your fault, Banshee, because you told me you weren't ready to go live, and so I forgot to do that as I was doing everything else.
Oh, my.
So there you go.
Things that you could have done while waiting for me. Imagine that. No, it's. I think we're going to be scattered crazy for a while, really, all of us.
Those links have been sent, so nobody showing up is maybe an indication of other things, which
it might be, but
are things that maybe we won't want to think about.
Oh, now. I do hear some very grim statistics, but listen, people, we can turn this around if we follow this. If we really isolate, do the things we need to do. It's going to be hard. We're not used to this, but we could fight this. Anyway, I am going to, oh, hi, Jenna. Just give me a second, Jenna. I'm going to run to grab my cup of tea since we've still got just you here, but you will be first. And I'm going to do a little reading when I get back.
And I've moved the screen to that one, Jenna, but I'm still here. I'm basically working on something behind the scenes here because it looks like things didn't share properly. So I'm trying to figure out why that didn't happen. So just let me be about my own business, as they say. And hopefully everything's okay in everybody else's world.
Okay, I'm coming back. Well, sorry for the craziness. Also, because his schedule changed this week, he had to film his emotional outlook right before our broadcast, which, of course, we had to get that in too. Hey, Libra Cusp, welcome, welcome. I'll get you on the list. You are number 2 today. We're just trying to iron some things out, and we will be ready to go in a moment.
I'm ready anytime you want.
Are you?
I think so.
Okay. So
everybody.
anyway, I'm going to be doing a...
Oh, you want me to put the other camera on?
I'm going to do a brief reading from something... Whoa, where'd it go?
It's there, trust
Okay,
me.
something called the Irish Fairy Cards for Inspiration and Guidance. It was written and illustrated by Jaya Moran, and it's from Words of Wisdom International Publishing back in, wow, 1997 this deck is. I figured it was a nice St. Patty's Day thing. I'm going to pull for everybody. Hey, Estelle. Welcome. You're going to be number 3 today when we get started. We had a couple technical difficulties. Sorry about that. But we are pretty much ready to go. I'm going to draw a card from this deck.
Okay, and I'm using the English Magic Tarot today, which I've been incorrectly calling the Old English Tarot. It's Old English for sure. There's a 5 of Wands for you. I'm also going to be using my regular Dame Fortune deck by Paul Husson, which I really love that one. That's the back of it. I can believe that, Jenna, because that's all you've been talking about for a couple weeks. Happy birthday, since we won't see you.
Happy birthday to you, fellow Aries.
And I'm also using my Nefertari's Tarot, which is that brilliant golden themed one. Go on.
I'm ready to read the card I pulled. So, believe it or not, after shuffling all that time, I pulled the last card in the deck, which is gratitude. And gratitude is basically the message is, as you count your blessings and realize how well off you truly are, drop all comparisons with others whom you may think are better off. Express your gratitude for life by sharing some of your abundance today. And, I think those of us who can, need to help others out who may be in need during this time, so show gratitude through giving back to others and being whatever help you can be during this time period, even if it's really just self-isolating because, it's that bad. We really got to stop the spread of this virus. So that's what I have. Did you tell all the decks you're using, Mr. O?
I did, but I wanted to address Jenna's comment there.
Okay.
Today, the sun actually did enter Aries, but everyone who's born near the cusp, their birthday is flexible. So no doubt, without knowing for sure, the year you were born, it was still in Pisces, but it normally does change to Aries right around the 20th. This year it's a little earlier. That's why it's the 19th.
It is early this year. But you know what, Jenna? You're right. I shouldn't have assumed because I'm born on April 19th and, the sun went into Taurus the year I was born, like maybe an hour, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours after I was born. So I'm very close to the cusp, but I am Aries through and through. And hey, wait a minute. Isn't it like 31 days till my birthday now?
No, it's only 30.
It's 31.
Okay.
Because there's 31 days. Well, never mind.
You do the math.
I'll do the math. If I told you I actually counted on the calendar, would you think I was crazy?
No, I already know that.
Well, anyway, I'm out of the picture again. I wanted to put this deck away.
So thank you for the happy early birthday. Oh, that was for her. You'd really be early if you were wishing me happy birthday because mine's not till November.
Why, thank you. I'll be celebrating all month. No, I will have week-long birthday festivities at the least, which is what I usually do.
So I did, in fact, mention all the cards I'm using. So if you wanted to mention yours, now would be an okay time.
I sure will. It's the Pagan Cat Tarot again, which I believe is by, I'm not sure. I don't want to say the name because I'm not sure. Might be Amber Weatherstone, but I'm not sure. Okay, I said a name. And then I am using the Ciro Marchetti Tarot Grand Lux today. And then I am using, I now have the name right for this, the Whimsical Tarot by Dorothy Morrison, and the artwork is by, of course, I should have known that. Mary Hanson Roberts. This is very much that her style. So that's what I'm using today. And we can pretty much get started. Let's see, anybody else show up? No. We might have a very slow night tonight. You know, I figured if everybody was staying indoors, more people would come to the streams.
Who knows?
You know, but then again, it's such a stressful time. Maybe people, you know, don't want to ask a lot of questions right now. They're a little nervous. So, do we want to give a couple announcements, final announcements?
Well, yes. Tomorrow will, of course, be the next installment, the weekly installment of Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. This normally premieres at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday mornings. And it's a week-long forecast by tarot cards for the zodiac signs as they're arranged by their elemental association. So we'll do all the air signs, we'll do the fire signs, we'll do the water signs and the earth signs. Some interesting stuff kind of happens, so maybe you should check that out. Also, we will be releasing probably later tonight or tomorrow at the latest the next installment of our monthly modality messages, which is a unique astrological look with tarot cards. Do you want to explain that slightly?
Oh, no.
Well, I'm going to just throw
Let's
on the
just
screen
say,
for that.
you know, the readings are made for, you know, each modality for... We do the readings on the start of the turn of the zodiac. So it's now in Aries. So we're going to do one from Aries till it goes into Taurus. And so basically each modality has a reading that will apply to them for that month. I think that's the best way I can describe it right now. You have to see it in action to see how it works for you.
All right.
And I'm ready to go. So Jenna, you are up first. We'll take your question. And since Jenna's the birthday girl, she should start first.
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
So you with us, Jenna?
She's already given us.
Oh, I don't see it.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, there it is. I have a delay on my tablet. It's crazy. It makes me crazy.
Then you should learn to trust me.
Well, then you should tell me it's ready so I know what the question is. So, oh, that's all right, Jenna. A general reading for next week. Okay. Whoa. I don't know why I'm having trouble shuffling, but I have shuffled it plenty, so you go. Happy Tears, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here.
Oh, sorry to hear you're stressed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is everything okay? Well, we'll get to you, you know. Oh, boy. Everybody is stressed right now, Happy Tears. It's a difficult time. Okay, so you have the Five of Wands upright. You have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And you have the Page of Cups upright. Well, it's kind of a mixed bag here, I'd say. Jenna, it looks as though, you know, next week there might be a lot of stress in the air. There might be a lot of tension. There might be some arguments or some angry words. because it just seems like it's next week is going to be a little bit of a stressful time. And I don't know if the second card, the Four of Pentacles, is involved. It's involving money and resources and maybe some flexibility there, some ability to spend, maybe some ability to get some money to help you out. I'm not really sure. What do
To
you
me,
say?
it sort of looks like maybe the stress is caused because of a loss of money.
Okay, I can
Maybe.
see that because it's letting
Yeah,
go.
it's letting go of money. Like maybe just an unexpected expenditure of some sort. Maybe it's a bill you forgot to pay, something like that. With the Page of Cups, it sort of seems like this is not going to really take you down too much. It's really kind of like just going to be handled in stride. Because it looks to me like you're really already focusing on something else. And we know you're still in the job market for more hours or for an additional job. So I'm just thinking it's mostly a matter of relaxing and maybe sending out your vision to the universe a little bit. You maybe it's like having to spend a little money to make a little money. Like maybe you might have to make some expenditures to get yourself more prepared for another interview or something like that.
Well, this could be a tough time. Hey, looking for jobs and interviews right now. I'm not going to mince words about that because we know what's going on everywhere. But this Page of Cups upright does indicate to me that something is going to make you very happy. There might be some good news coming to you. It's going to make you emotionally happy. So sometimes things might slip away from us as far as our resources or money goes, and there might be some disappointments in that area of your life, but something is going to happen that will be very positive.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So next week at least is just a little bit of a busyness, but
Yeah.
nothing really dramatic bad happening.
And hey, Happy, I see what you're saying there, and I sympathize, believe me. We just found out somebody from an adjoining city right next to ours, literally, I shop in that city routinely, stop for gas there, died from the virus today. It was the first death, and then two immediately followed. So we've had 3 deaths now, and we're up to 330 cases in the state, with a lot of them being in the county where we live and in the county where Mr. O works.
Yeah, because it's basically the Metro Detroit counties that surround it or are involved in it. And so it tends to be the density of people. With Oakland County, you have a little bit more affluent people who could afford to travel.
Could be in regards to your. Oh, let me do the Lenormand for you, Jenna. Let's see what that will say. I know you're asking if there's anything
Merwin.
extra. Hey, Merwin, welcome, welcome. I don't see you yet, but I have a delay on my tablet. So these are difficult times all the way around, but let's see if I can give you any more information, Jenna. Well, I think here's the book, and here is the garden. It seems to me you're going to be learning something from some social situation or something about a social situation. The book is here, but also this could be social media. I suspect a lot of us are going to have a lot of time on our hands to spend on social media or other things. You might want to take up learning online. That's what a lot of people are going to be doing now.
It could be saying that just basically, and of course you've mentioned this a time or two about your shop that you're getting prepared. So it may be that just you'll have to find out more about how that's going to work, or you are finding out more about how that's worked. That's going to be part of what you're doing in this next week, perhaps, is just investigating some of those matters. There may be some things you need to know about doing that business, or just need to sharpen up your techniques or whatever that you're doing with promotion, etc. So it mostly looks pretty good, Jenna.
I do not think it's a bad week at all. Just a little bit of ups and downs. It just seems like excuse
Hi,
me,
Masonic.
an average week. I have you on, Masonic, and I also have Merwin after, so we're good.
Wow, TikTok, you're really happening. That's very cool,
Well, that's
Jenna.
awesome.
So I think that's what we got for you. Looks
That is
good.
what we have for you. Not a lot of excitement in this next week.
But I hope tomorrow's really exciting for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy
Definitely
birthday.
girl.
Happy
Birthday. Hey, let's see what we've got
Libra.
here. We have Libra cusp next. And I see your question already, Libra. After Libra cusp will be a cell, happy tears, Masonic, and Merwin. And you know what I always say, but it never happens anyway. If we have time and not many more people come, we could maybe do some tarot together later. So we'll see what happens today. Maybe it'll be a slow night. You want to do your cards this
You're
time?
welcome, Jenna. Okay, and I will switch to my Dame Fortune deck. That's the Seven of Wands there.
Okay.
So, Libra cusp.
Wow. We're pretty ancient as things go, and we can safely say we have never lived through anything this dramatic. This is pretty serious stuff going on, and,
Somebody in an article I read reminded people about, what happened almost immediately after 9/11 with the anthrax scares and things like that. But we did not get to the point of this kind of overarching, situation with it. So,
So everybody, please be safe. As safe as you can be. I mean, we're really in the target range. It seems like in Michigan, the big group coming down with it right now is age 60 to 69. So we're concerned, like everybody. And now we're hearing that young people can get it just as hard as some of the older people. They're finding they're having complications now in younger people. So that's why I'm saying everybody take care.
I had to work earlier this week. I didn't have to work, but I'm taking off. Today was my last day at work for possibly 2 weeks. I'm not sure.
He gets it off. I have to work 9 to 5 here at home, but it's okay. It's okay. We're all just grateful that, we work in a situation where they can accommodate us.
Oh, I think I'll be working on something. I'll tell you about that later.
Ooh, projects. All right. So anyway, what do we got for Libra cusp? Okay.
Three of Swords reversed.
Interesting. And what else?
The female pope, or also known as the high priestess, reversed.
Oh, it's High Priestess. Okay.
And then upright is the Two of Coins. Yeah, that's the Two of Coins. So what does that mean?
Well, we want to know what Mark thinks, right? Is that what the question was? Mark feels about Libra cusp.
I guess, did you know Mark before? Because it sort of feels like he's sort of having a healing moment, or he's sort of coming back from something that was emotionally distressful, or he looks at you that way, I guess.
It could be too that he feels you're a very healing influence for him. Whether it's as friends or communicating, it just seems like you have something that makes him feel more at ease.
Isn't there a connection, though, to a previous possibility of a separation or a breakup? Or
There could be.
Right. So the
I'm
idea...
not ruling that out.
Yeah.
No.
So is the idea that maybe he sees in Libra cusp the idea that he can heal himself from that happened to him, or something like that? Mm-hmm.
The second card is, that's really interesting. I'm not sure how to read this in this particular question.
In the context.
Yeah, in the context. It might be that maybe there's some areas that he feels you're not picking up enough about what his needs or wants are, or, what he's, it's obvious that he feels that on some level you're not connecting quite upright with him.
Well, with
Do you see
me,
that?
I get the feeling like maybe he feels like he doesn't need to have any secrets with you, or you don't have any secrets with him.
Well,
So I sort of feel like he just feels that there's something really non-secretive about your relationship or about you. You know, that you lay it out on the table, you explain what you do, you share your information with him.
Well, I think that's pretty good.
It's interesting. So then with the Two of Coins, though, of course, I think the idea too is that what he thinks is like there's a sense of balancing things that you provide for him and or together a real full thing here, you know, that there's plenty of considerations to balance, you know, your time for each other, but also your possible individual concerns. Maybe you both have jobs in different locations or places that, you know, make your being together harder. So I think it's an acknowledgement that you both work at your relationship, or that he sees that in you.
So basically, what we have is it looks like you are a healing influence on him. You make him feel better in some way. And I like what you said about this, which was about
No
the
secrets
no secrets. I
or
think that
sharing your,
that
yeah.
really does make a lot of sense to me. And to me, this card too just symbolizes a real kind of balance and harmony. It's not like you don't have to work to maintain it to some
It
degree.
implies work,
It
yeah.
implies work, but it seems like there is just like a nice rhythmic flow about you two.
Well, I hope that
I hope that helps, but we'll throw a
we're going to throw
Lenormand
our
for
letter
you as
on.
well. Hey, Lakeisha, welcome, welcome. We'll get you on the list. Wow, we're filling up nicely here. Very good.
Well, for a minute there, we were wondering
I
if,
know what happened, but there was a mistake.
yeah, initially,
Well, we won't go into it.
somebody, who could that somebody be? Wow.
Forgot to send out the link.
Well, it wasn't exactly that. It was just, yeah, it was
That.
Normally, I don't have to, because normally, as soon as I indicate that we're streaming, most of you guys are actually there. So that possibly even threw me off, in that I thought, like, where is everybody? What do you got?
Well, it's interesting that I'm getting this. Everybody is supposed to be socially isolating. So what am I getting? The garden, which is or the park, which is a very social card, and the bridge. So the bridge is kind of like, maybe building relationships. I don't know if the two of you have a lot of friendships and relationships that you share with each other, like mutual friends. But it looks like there's something happening in the realm of friends and people around you being more social. Maybe this could even be internet connections. I don't know, but
Well, I got a funny feeling
sounds
here
like a
too,
social
because I
network.
sort of feel like every relationship sort of has this, at least in the beginning. One person has their friends, another person has their friends, and then maybe sometimes there's the friends that they have together. And I'm sort of thinking that this is implying that, though that may be true, there may be somebody in particular who is that bridge. And I don't know if maybe that's the person that introduced you guys to each other or something like that, but maybe there's just a reflection on that in some way. I don't know. Nothing real specific about that. Just the sense that there is that focus in your lives, the social nature and the bridge that was built.
And that's what we have for you, Libra. I hope
Two
that
kids.
helps.
2 kids. Okay, well, I guess that
Oh,
would be a bridge, eh?
interesting. Well, this reading is not bad at all. I mean, I think this looks very, very good. Not like bells and whistles good, but very good. It's not bad. There looks like a lot of harmony here and
Yes.
connecting.
Yes. It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
That's what we have.
That's what we have today. And hey, we're up to Acel. Acel, you are up next, and then Happy Tears, Masonic, Merwin, Lakeisha.
If we lived anywhere close to you, Jenna, we could make a cake for you too. We do some baking between ourselves.
I'm a good baker.
Yes. Sung to the tune of I'm a Girl Watcher.
No.
I'm a good baker. I'm a good baker.
I'm a good baker, but I'm not a good decorator at cakes. I mean, they are what
Oh,
they
that
are.
was very sweet, Masonic. Thank you.
And don't forget, 31 days from today is my B-Day.
So while we're waiting for a sell, I'm going to mention again that my emotional exchanges, the weekly forecast for your ups and downs, currents and undercurrents for the week ahead is tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And also, you're welcome, Libra. Also, later on tonight or by tomorrow, we will present the Aries turn of the wheel installment of the monthly modality messages, which is our unique tarot reading that we do that focuses on a different way of using astrology. So you can check that out. Okay, and there's our question.
Okay. Happy with dinner, Scorpio now. Okay, we'll
Well,
check that out.
Cancers normally could be happy with Scorpios, that's for sure, because they are compatible astrologically, or they can be.
Just checking two of my cards for some reason. There we go. All right.
Ooh, cracking open a Geo, that sounds exciting.
Ooh. I like, though, that what Jenna said she's getting a pineapple upside down cake. That sounds great.
Very
Me,
nice.
I'm a chocoholic, you know. For my birthday, it's going to be chocolate.
Well,
Maybe not.
let them eat cake. Let them eat
It
cake.
could be cinnamon, something to do with cinnamon. I made a cinnamon sugar cake once before I absolutely loved.
So right, I remember you mentioning that before, Estelle, and Cancer could be compatible with Capricorn too. I
Well,
do believe
either,
that.
really, yeah.
Or with Scorpio. So
Yeah.
it sounds like there was, varying compatibilities between these guys. So
Okay.
you're welcome, Jenna. I like German
Was
chocolate.
this a yes/no?
What?
Were we doing this? 'Cause
Estelle.
was this a yes/no question, though, were we going to do? Because
We could do that, yeah.
it sounds like it's, we'll see if they're happy with the person. We're going to see what it says. Well, according to this,
Strongly leaning.
it's strongly leaning towards yes. I don't know how true that is, but at this moment in time, it's strongly leaning towards yes. We got 3 aces here, which pretty much says that. But, because this came up so fast, I'm going to throw a couple more cards just to see.
Yeah, it's kind of
3
interesting
more.
because usually our yes or
Yeah.
no's don't bam like that.
Yeah,
So that
so-
could indicate that it's an obvious yes too.
Well, let's see if the cards can just show us some factors going on for or against them right now. Let's do that quick. Here you go. Quick shuffle and cut quickly. And
What are we doing?
we're just going to throw a few cards, 3
I
cards.
see. Okay.
I think I'll read them pretty much together on this.
Okay.
I would suggest that. Whoa, and you have to drop one. That's the first one. Or we'll leave it on the side. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, I love that card.
It's amazing here. So we have 2 women here. We have the Queen of Cups. And that's the card he dropped. Then we have the 2 of Wands, but it's reversed. But then we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and they're both upright. And I'm just going to say, they may have gotten off to kind of a rocky start, but it seems to me that things are going
They're like nearly a perfect couple,
pretty
maybe.
well.
They're like a really perfect couple in a way.
What about this queen that you dropped, though?
Well, I don't know.
It's a water sign.
I know.
Is
I
there a
don't.
Scorpio involved, did we hear?
Daenerys is a Scorpio.
Okay.
Alabik is the Cancer, and Acel is Capricorn. And I don't know that this
Yeah.
necessarily
No.
relates to
Okay.
that. I think it could just be talk. It might possibly be the idea of Acel looking at that. I don't know.
Well, it might be the idea that, just the cup in general, and it's nurturing and got some feminine aspects to it. It just indicates to me that their relationship is pretty solid emotionally right now, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that there's some things they're waiting for, that there's some investment stuff going on for them,
Or some
building,
disappointment.
but it's delayed,
Yeah.
or there's something disappointing there. It may be reflective of what's going on worldwide with all the situations with the coronavirus, some limitation that seems to be happening.
Well, and right now things seem to be going their way according to this. We have the two of the I'm sorry, the two. It's the clover, number 2, and then we have the star. And these two together are just like pretty dynamic for just positivity right now and some good luck and some good fortune. I think, maybe if they've had a rough patch, they're through it or they're going to be through it shortly because this is just looking really positive.
Is that the compass?
Star.
That's a star. Okay, yes. It almost seems to me like they're just destined for something really beneficent. It just looks like a really good relationship, and these are both sixes too. I'm seeing that there.
Yeah. Well,
Very
all
interesting.
relationships have their ups and downs, but I see more up here than down actually at this time.
All right.
And that's what we have for you today, Estelle.
Okay. Thanks, Cecile.
That's the way the cards are crossing or drawing. And so we are up to Happy Tears. Happy Tears, and then Masonic,
You're welcome,
Merwin,
Estelle.
and Lakeisha. You're welcome, Estelle.
Masonic, you're not quite yet. You're in a moment after Happy Tears.
Yeah, we'll get you, but I'll keep your question in mind. I think I can remember that one. Okay.
Today seems like a day like you could probably get 2 questions.
We'll see, Happy. We'll see how complicated, but definitely do your first question.
That's okay,
now.
Masonic.
That's okay, Masonic. Don't worry. No worries. How many times have I screwed up the list?
Okay, well, Happy Tears is saying Masonic can go first.
Oh, okay, Masonic. We'll do yours now then. Do you want to
What does
use mine
Spirit,
again?
yeah, need to tell you? It's a definite maybe, Jenna.
It's a definite maybe, Jenna. We don't know.
We'll have to ask the cards.
We'll see how it goes. We're moving through the list, so we'll see. I've got Masonic's question already. Happy, we're going to do it. All right.
How interesting.
Yeah, there's some really interesting stuff here, Masonic. They're all upright. You have the 6 of coins upright. You have the 9 of coins upright. And you have the 4 of cups upright. And so I think Spirit might be trying to tell you something related to your, material well-being, your financial or material well-being. They might be wanting to connect with you, that maybe you need to step back more, do some more meditation, reflect, and open those doors to see what messages might come through. It looks as though they want to tell you how to possibly become more independently secure, and in the process, I think what they also want to tell you is in order to be able to flourish and be well to do, you must be willing to give back. You must be generous. You must be kind and giving. I think they're trying to tell you about the two-way street here as far as, money and finance
these
go.
are definitely connected to me, and I think that Spirit is saying when you give something, when you give, what you can from your heart, that it helps you be that person, alone or not, but that person who is at peace in a certain way. There's a peace there. It's sort of the enjoyment of life because you're helping others enjoy. And
Well, you do have to be careful about that because you should never give more than you can.
that's what it's saying. Don't give more that you deprive yourself of your life.
Yeah.
You'll have to learn the balance, and that maybe that's what this card is saying, is that you have to question those things. You have to question who it is you really should be helping.
Well, and
Maybe
draw
you can't be
yourself
helping
away
everybody.
for a while. Take time. You need time for yourself, and you need time for your own healing and restoration. So don't, let other people keep leaning when you can't take anymore. You just tell them, hey, I've got to step back.
Yeah,
Me time.
you need to stand up for your own space because you do need your space.
Yeah, and that's what the Four of Cups is all about. Taking a break and getting some peace, so that you can reflect more, so you can clear your head. I know sometimes how it is, when my mind gets so cluttered at work that I can't think straight. You can't think straight. There are other things you need to do, and everything just gets messed up. Well, don't like to see this card with everything going on, but we have the cross, which is about grief and mourning, but it's also related to a letter or news. So you might be getting some sad news soon, and maybe Spirit also wants to ready you for that potential.
Right, and since I don't know the cards that well, and I don't feel that comfortable saying that, but I'm just going to say I probably agree with Banshee on that.
The only other thing it could mean, and this is a possibility too because I drew that, well, actually, no, I take it back. It's a letter about that. Yeah, no, this is the way I'd read it. If I pulled it differently, if I had pulled the letter first, but I pulled the cross first. So I think that's what I got to go with here. That's my gut. So that's what we have for you today. Stay safe and hang on. We might have some fun with the cards later if we keep going through the list. So, hey, Happy Tears, you are up. I hope you have your question together. Or questions.
You're welcome.
Okay, how do you want to handle that one? What do you think? And I'll let you use your deck.
I'll say we'll do a 3-card
Okay.
on that one. And I'm going to use the Nefertari Tarot.
You're welcome, Masonic. Okay, so after Happy Tears will be Merwin and then Lakeisha. And if we have time, we will try to do some fun readings that everybody can participate in. I think it's going to be crazy for a while, We are at the quietest we've been, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
So So hopefully that'll change. We'll see how it goes. Hey, I noticed that the our coronavirus reading's getting a lot of views. It's doing really well.
How many now?
Well, it was over 50, wasn't it?
Right.
I believe it was. And so that's pretty darn good. But also, the CDC noticed our reading, or maybe YouTube did. And they posted a little reminder to click them for real information on the crisis. You know, we are just tarot entertainment, and, you know, we should not be used for healthcare questions of that magnitude. Definitely go to the source to get the information of what's going on with the virus. Okay.
Okay, number one question was about the Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
So we have three cards. One is the Queen of Wands reversed. Yes, that's the Queen of Wands. The second card is the Four of Swords. That one's upright.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, and that's reversed.
Okay. So you remember the question? So trying
Well,
to
it's
come
about this
back to
Taurus.
apologize, or ego and pride in the way. Well,
This looks like somebody's going away, or somebody's taking a rest.
that's the Four of Wands.
Sword-
Yeah,
swords.
that's almost like somebody retreating.
Swords.
Yeah, I know, Four
You said
Swords.
wands.
Oh, did I say wands? I didn't
It
mean
sounded
it.
like you did.
You're right. So Four Swords is, it almost seems like as though somebody is retreating or not staying in the picture.
Well, that also looks a little bit like a retreat of sorts or something not cool happening. The Eight of Pentacles reversed maybe indicates that somebody is...
Somebody's not doing the work.
Yeah, they're and
So-
they're probably being noticed for
You were
that
asking
too.
about apologies or whatever, and I'm thinking that
don't-
card's not indicating it.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. The Queen of Wands, to me, maybe that's you in this situation wanting that control there, but it's not going to happen probably.
And also that could just be reflective of this person is not sure what to make of you, perhaps, and, you know, is having their own doubts, and that's why they're not in a position to apologize. They're not doing anything to really explore it. You know, that's the way I'm kind of looking at it here.
Yeah, it's a sense of denial or preoccupation with other things.
Yes, preoccupation with other things. Absolutely. So, but you know what? You did ask another question up there, number 2, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do for that one, Happy, because you're asking.
We need to do the Lenormand.
Somebody was flirting with you. Why don't we add? Well, okay, I'll do the Lenormand, but I wanted to do the other reading first.
Oh, okay. I
That's
thought you were
okay.
trying to
No,
wait and do it as a tarot.
no.
Okay, well, it sounded like that.
So what I want to do is do this card reading for you to see if this doctor's assistant is really interested. Let's do it that way, because then you can decide if you want to take those steps or not. So we're going to do a quick yes/no on that. Shuffle. And then we'll see what comes up in the Lenormand and try to make sense of it in relation to the 2 readings. Okay, shuffled. there's a possible yes here that this person is interested in you. You've got the Ace of Wands upright and the Ace of Cups upright. I just love that card. It's so beautiful. But your other card is the Seven of Cups reversed. Insight on that? So this was about whether this doctor's assistant is interested.
Well, it looks like this person possibly was trying to expand their dating pool in several areas and maybe has decided to limit it now. And it looks like maybe you are the one that they may be limiting it to. It looks that way.
So in other words, maybe you should pursue it. There is a possibility
It's definitely
here.
not in your head. I don't
It's
think
not
so.
a definite no, and it's not a definite yes. It's leaning towards yes. So I guess, it's up to you. Maybe
That's what that's saying too, is that it's the amount of your focus on it that will take it that further.
Yeah, in other words, that could be talking about happy here. Maybe that, you should try to focus on this and see if you can get it to go anywhere, because there's possibilities. All right, I'm going to do the Lenormand real quick.
Alrighty. And we're moving to the close of our first hour, but we seem to have plenty of time to do what we're doing. And I'm looking forward to being off. However, I think I've come up with one or two very interesting projects to do to keep me busy here. Ooh. And out of her hair.
We interrupt Mr. Oberon for special announcements. So we have happy, we have the decision card. And then we have the heart card.
Make the decision. Don't be shy. I know you're saying that.
I know. I saw that on there. Somebody's got to make a decision. Whether it's this doctor's assistant to move forward or you or both, somebody's got to make a decision.
Is he kind of a tall guy and not exactly chubby, but kind of a husky guy? I'm just picking up a sense. I do that,
Good cards, happy.
Alrighty.
So we're going to move on to Merwin. Merwin, you are up, and then Lakeisha. And then if everybody sticks around, we can have a little more fun.
Tall and slender. Come on, he's got to have a little meat on his bones. Come on. You're welcome. Let us know.
Hey, Merwin, I hope you're with us.
Happy fall equinox. Nope, spring equinox, sorry.
I was just suddenly, what? Where did my spring go? Don't do that to me, Mr.
I like fall better. Oh, well.
Type Merwin in, please.
Yes. Merwin, say you're here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh,
no.
Crap. That's not good.
Oh, man. Due to coronavirus cutbacks. Wow.
Creepy.
All right, well, do you want to use yours?
Yes, we'll use my poem.
I think we're going to do a yes-no on that and see what it says. That's very devastating, Merwin.
Mm.
Boy, things are crazy right now, that's for sure. All right. Okay, Merwin, let's see what we have for you. Is that the 2?
2 of coins.
This is very interesting because it's leaning towards yes, that you could lose your job, but I don't know. There's the 2 of Pentacles here.
Well, that's about balance.
It is about balance and stability.
Some irons in the fire.
So I don't know. Maybe this is going to just be very temporary, or maybe it's not going to happen right away. Maybe you won't be part of this cut, but that doesn't mean you're not going to lose this job somewhere along the way.
Well, it just may be that even if it isn't a direct cut to you, it may really affect you. You know, it's got a feeling of uncertainty about it.
Yeah. Because the
I
2
hope it
is
doesn't
juggling
happen.
things. So I just got to say, you know, just be prepared for that possibility and start thinking of contingency plans now. Because I think that's what the 2 of Cups is all about, is what are you going to do? How are you going to try to maintain your balance through this difficult time? Well, it's so hard right now with everybody, you know, some places actually sheltering in place that, you know, you might have to just be able to make do on unemployment for a while, possibly.
Yeah, let's do the...
I'm going to do some Lenormand and see what else comes up. Well, I hope you prove us wrong on this one, Merwin. I hope you can come back and say, I'm
guys
still
suck."
employed. Absolutely.
This is one time I wouldn't mind sucking.
I wouldn't mind being wrong at all, because I hate to see that. Well, I do have one thing here, Merwin. This fell out, so I'm going to show it to you. It's the ship, and the ship is about moves and changes. Just saying. So that kind of fell out. All right, let's see what I got. Well, I've got the clover, which I drew first. And then the mountains. And I mean, the clover is such a good card. It often can, you know, diminish some of the bad cards it comes up with. But, you know, the way I drew it, it looks as though, you know, it looks as though there are going to be some obstacles and setbacks coming to you that is going to really seem ill-timed. You know, it couldn't come at a worse time, right? You know, with everything going on right now. But I don't know that it's going to be the end of your world per se, because the clover is just such a good card. It can mute the effects of this.
Right, it's almost like maybe something saying like, because this is going to happen though, somebody's going to give you a really good lead or give you something to help you out, a recommendation. Maybe there's some sort of, what do they call that? Stipend pay? I can't
Well, or
remember.
maybe there's some kind of leaving bonus. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it does seem like there's a little bit of a rocky road ahead here. You're going to have to work on maintaining balance. That's what I have for you. I wish I had better news, and I hope we're wrong. You know, more than anything. Keep positive. Keep positive.
Okay. So we're on to Lakeisha then?
Yes, we are. And we might be able to do more questions after Lakeisha if we do some tarot for tomorrow. So stay tuned, everybody. Hey, Lakeisha, we're ready for your question. If you're wondering, I'm drinking a lot of fluid because I just want to keep myself hydrated, healthy. We're going out as little as possible now. But we are going to have to get a few more supplies, especially for the cats. What am I looking at?
Your name was invoked?
Oh, I was?
Yeah. Go.
Oh, there, Banshee. This guy's voice.
They've been all chatting about being attracted to men. Menses.
Well, you know, some people's voices are very attractive. I can be very, excuse me, turned on by a voice.
Thank you, Merwin.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted, Merwin. I wish you the best of luck. Absolutely. Hang in there. We're going to be doing more questions. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of fluid because I just feel that's important. But I am a little worried about things because I hear rumors that one of the states is thinking of limiting. The only things that will allow to be remained open are things that are of vital life support. So, in other words, I'm guessing when they say something like that, that it's just, your usual police and fire, and it'll probably be stores because everybody grocery stores because everybody needs food to survive, and that's it. And hospitals and things like that. So, everything might be shutting down in this one state pretty soon.
So we haven't heard from Lakeisha, so I suppose we could move on.
Did you type the name?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, she was just here not that long ago.
So we can
Okay,
ask
it's a
Jenna
little
her
ways
question.
Well, I'm not sure. I thought we were going to do maybe tarot together, and maybe we could answer it that way.
Yeah, we're going to do Jenna's question as a tarot together question. So our whole room is going to help you with your question.
And if anybody else wants a question, they can get on the list for tarot together. But if Lakeisha does come back, I will interrupt and do her reading. I'll make an exception since we didn't have too many people tonight.
Okay, so Jenna, we are going to do your question
as tarot together.
So I want you to give us your question.
We're using yours? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to use our old magic.
Oh, have a good night, Merwin.
Good night.
Keep us posted. We'll see you on Twitter.
Yeah, you get a second one, but we're going to have everybody left in the chat room help us answer it.
We're doing tarot together. Just ask your question, and you will see how it works.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while. I think Happy Tears remembers when we've done it. And we'll see if we can get to a number of questions in this last hour.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Merwin. Okay.
Oh, Lakeisha's back. Ah.
Okay.
Okay, Jenna. We will answer your question in a minute, but we're going to take Lakeisha.
Lakeisha, go ahead
You
and give us a
almost lost
question.
your turn, Lakeisha. But we got you, and then we're going to do some tarot together.
Go ahead and ask your question, Lakeisha.
She wants a general.
Alrighty, here we go.
That's okay. We got you for the general. We'll do you right now.
Did I lose any other cards?
I
don't think I did.
I don't think you did, but I saw
Okay,
that
I'm done
fly.
shuffling. Yeah, I grabbed it.
All right.
Yeah, just ready your question, and we'll have that in a moment.
I think I saw. It's her business. It's
Oh,
a
right, your business.
question.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I think you do, Happy Tears.
Yeah, I'd give it a shot.
A general.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. Well, that's interesting.
Well, a preponderance of cups. We have the 8 of Cups upright. We also have the 7 of Cups upright. And then we have the 9 of Coins reversed.
Well,
So moving away.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
Yeah, that's what I see here is kind of like you're getting some interesting signs that you may be changing your focus or that your focus is being changed for you. You may find that you will have a decision to make, but you won't feel exactly empowered enough to make the decision. You're almost feeling like it's a little overwhelming and you need to have more information. And I'm also thinking, too, that there could be something up with your domicile, with your living arrangements, and that you may have to think about whether you want to stay where you're at or there's something going on with the financial arrangement or something like that?
Well, yeah, the cups are very emotional cards, Lakeisha. So I don't know if this is in relation to a relationship or maybe a work-related issue, but it looks as though you're going to be leaving something behind. You're going to be moving on for something else. And I would like to think that it's your decision, or maybe that you've been thinking about moving on in some area of your life, and that you're just going to have to make a decision on what to do, or it might be made for you. And
Yeah, and I sort of feel that too.
yeah, and the Nine of Coins reverse does indicate that, there could be a little bit of a financial downturn coming. Like he said, it could have something to do with where you live. Either you may decide the rent's too high, you have to move on, or circumstances are making you think that. Or it could just be that, there's going to be a little bit of loss of money.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay,
yeah.
that is interesting. So it might be the fact that, too, maybe financial conditions haven't just been right for you to make this move.
Well, and this sort of expresses a level of discomfort.
Yes, definitely.
Or not feeling like it's really a comfortable arrangement. Not like it's an oppressive arrangement, but you don't feel very comfortable there.
And like I said, when you get the Nine of Coins upright, it shows somebody who's incredibly, kind of well off and very, very content and
Secure.
happy and secure in where they live. They love their surroundings, they love their home, and they like being a homebody. But see, in your case, that's reversed. And so it is kind of speaking towards your situation there, Lakeisha. It probably is better for you to move on if you can.
The skinny seems to be that your home life causes a lot of emotional upset, but what you may have some choices, but you sort of feel not exactly comfortable with what some of those choices are. You feel like you need to take your time making a decision on that.
Yeah.
Making sure it's the right one.
So let me draw some Lenormand for you. I drew the tree. And I drew the mountain. And there's just a whole world of things I could interpret this as. I will say one thing that, this does speak to your situation again, because it looks as though, the tree has a lot of symbology to it. I mean, it's about health. It's about where you place where your roots are. So in other words, it can also be about your family tree, your family. And I've got the mountains there, which kind of indicates obstacles and trouble maybe being caused by family, but also keep in mind that this could be health related. So do be careful with everything going on out there, right now. Take care of yourself.
Right. It just may be that what we're seeing here is that there is that sense of really not being comfortable and wanting to move, but that right now your ducks are not necessarily in a row, but you are working on them. You just need more time.
And that's what we have for you. But stick around. We're going to have some tarot fun since we are through all our readings.
And Jenna's back. So
back, so we have a question.
So we have the question, and now I'm going to see. Let's see. I don't know how many folks are here, but why doesn't anybody tell me?
The first person who gets on the chat to give us this answer, that's the answer we'll go with.
Okay, so should it be about the cutting, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and shuffle. So how many times should we cut the deck for Jenna's reading? A number between 1 and 5, inclusive of 5.
The first person to answer, that's the
Yeah,
one
we don't
we'll
have
do.
Kitty today. Kitty is not around. That's how Tarot Together works. We ask people to pick numbers to tell us how many cards to pull or how many times to cut the deck or things like that.
So everybody is focusing their energy on Jenna's reading.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry they're not around. You know what? I worked here today at this table with my computer, and they sat around me all day. So I guess they got their fill of me today.
Well, actually, two of them are actually really close. They're just not here. One is up on the little cat toy that's just over here where I'm pointing at. He's up there, Sun Man. And then Sassy is snoozing on the floor by one of her little couches, her kitty couch.
Okay, so we're going to ask the question again. The first person to answer will go with that. How many times should we cut the cards for Jenna's reading? A number between
1 and 5.
1 and 5.
1 and up to 5. Maybe we don't have enough people here.
Maybe. Well, you know the other reason it's
The hour is not a number. Oh, wait, we didn't want you to do it anyway.
You know, the thing is that there's a delay in the
That's
stream.
true, yes.
So
okay, Lakeisha
3.
gave us 3.
All right,
okay,
thank you,
very good.
Lakeisha.
Thank you. Okay. Now,
We have another question for our group. The first person that answers, which pile should I read from? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
Okay. And I think let's stop it with that. Let's draw the cards this time.
Okay.
Thanks for your help,
Thank
everybody.
you. And we'll do one for you guys too if we can.
We will do this again.
All right.
So Jenna's business.
Ooh, that's sort of a business card. That one
It
could
is. Well, we have the 8 of coins that is upright, which is good. You work very hard at what you do.
be. Yeah, you work hard and you still are learning and people are noticing that.
We have the 5 of swords, which is reversed. And we have the Queen of coins, which is reversed. So I think what you're going to have to watch starting out is how you manage your resources and money. The Queen of coins is reversed, and it's like, you know, making sure you have the business savvy, the business sense. You're going to need to pull it off. The 8 of coins shows you're very dedicated and hardworking at what you do, but you know, that's only half the battle. Let's say if you're a craftsperson of some sort, how do you sell it? You know, how are you going to market it? How are you going to do, you know, what are the types of things you're going to need all the time? How much money do you need to start off? All of these different things you need to put in place.
And I think some of that will make the situation seem a little bit stressful or strifeful. There may be a sense of you thinking that there's a number of other people that sell similar things, and so you feel a sense of that, like, you know, you're just sort of out there, you know, trying to get your space. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for you to do that, but I think you're going to rise to the occasion. You want to. So just don't be put off when it does seem like it's really stressful.
Well, you're dedicated, and that's why, you know, I caution you now to put all your ducks in a row, you know, whatever you need. Get business IDs, whatever it is, you know, any legal things involved, if you're going to set up a website, whatever the case may be. You just got to maybe list these things out. What are the things you really need to make this successful? And try to be more pragmatic about it. I think that's what's needed here.
Yeah, and if you have a chance to look online or find a book, maybe business plans, you know, sometimes you might want to just look over the idea of business plans. Some people have business plans, so...
So, you know, the cards did not exactly answer that question, but what it did give you is kind of a blueprint on how you should proceed.
Hopefully.
So I do think you should proceed, but, you know, it's
Absolutely.
going to take some work.
I don't think we could stop Jenna.
No, I don't think so either.
All right.
All right, now listen up, guys. We're going to ask these questions. Who wants a reading through tarot together?
Yay. So whoever indicates next, besides Jenna,
Who wants the whole group to kind of contribute their energy to this reading? Only you can stop you, Jenna. Only
All right,
you.
we got Masonic.
Okay,
We'll take Masonic first, and then we'll come back to Happy.
Masonic and then Happy.
Okay, Masonic. So if you have a question, go ahead and throw that question out there, and then we will ask our hive mind to help us
Yes.
pull the cards for you.
This one may be a little bit more complicated. We'll see.
You're welcome.
Okay, Masonic, what kind of question do you have for us?
I'm sure that Masonic is typing it up.
And it's all right if you want to piggyback on the other one.
There it is.
You're welcome, Jenna. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Well,
for
Romeo
that
come
one,
home
we're
to
going to, what do you want to do?
Well, we should once
Is it a
again-
yes? Well, it's not going to be a yes/no in the traditional one if we're going to do tarot
What do you mean?
together. Well, we're not going to do the 13 cards because that won't work.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So how about we do 3 cards and see? Well, no, we won't decide that yet.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, so we're going to do a reading for Masonic. Well, we need to know what?
Clarification on the question. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
So it's not Nelson Eddy.
Thank you. Okay, so, will they be coming, to the county? All right.
Okay, so we want somebody else to tell us how many times. Did you already shuffle? No, you didn't.
No.
How many times we should cut this deck? And I'm going to say this time from 1 to 4. A number 1 including 4. So somebody from the chat room, please tell us how many times to cut between 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. It's a free space, Jenna. You can say what you want, but what I really want is an answer to my
1
question.
to 4.
1 to 4. Don't be shy, folks. Longest. Okay,
3.
thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Happy.
Happy. You could have Masonic's fate in your hands, people. Get a feel of what it's like to read cards. Okay, now we have another question. Which pile do you want us to read from? The first, the second, or the third? Last time we read from the second, but you could pick another pile. It's possible. Maybe people are just shy. They don't want that heavy burden of responsibility.
Well, we do believe that some people have a slight delay in the broadcast. Okay, we have pile 1 from Happy.
Okay, we've got it. Now, a number between...
Well, we're picking 3, right?
No.
Oh.
A number between 2 and 5. Pick a number between 2 and 5. Okay.
That was already there, but that's okay. It was, trust me. You get the delay, remember? I saw it already.
I saw that up there. I have it again, so this is new. 2.
I had it here, and then it rolled up there. And it was there when you asked.
So 2. No.
Whatever.
Okay. So we drew 2 cards for Masonic based on the advice. And so we've got the 7 of coins upright. And the Queen of Swords upright. And gee, this is kind of a tough one because both of these cards, are a little bit about decisions or waiting or... I don't
think Romeo's coming soon. I don't think Romeo knows yet. I think Romeo is sort of thinking about it, but hasn't really decided. I think Romeo thinks they should decide, but something is holding them back from deciding.
Yeah, I have to agree. So I'm not sure. But that's what it looks like.
So the answer is sort of like in the immediate sense, probably not.
Or there's delays.
Or there's a delay
And
of some
hey,
sort.
with everything going on now, you can kind of...
It may be possible that there's some business that they have to finish and they're sort of in this midpoint of that and they haven't gotten the impetus to finish that yet. Something like that.
Some loose ends.
Some loose end is keeping them from coming back. Well, that's what we have.
At least that's what the cards say, Masonic. That doesn't mean they're not going to do it, but it does mean that it might not be as quick.
It's a snapshot in time. Okay, so Happy Tears, you wanted a question too. Why don't you go ahead and tell us your question? And yes, Jenna, that's generally how it works. That's how it works with me, is a lot of times your first thought, you have to learn how to trust yourself. I mean, once you get good at it, you'll know when you don't want to say that, but sometimes it's really what you want to say.
Okay, Happy.
Oh, are you going to be asking us about bachelor number whatever?
Okay, what are you wondering? What are you wondering?
Well, that's a lot packed in there. Let's see. Okay, so we have our question.
Okay. Okay, so to the collective, pick a number between 2 and 6 this time. 5. Boy, Masonic, I can count on you. You shuffle first.
I did?
You did already?
No.
I know you didn't. Okay, we'll do 5 cuts this time.
Best to let me do that. 5 is an energy number to most people, so very cool.
Watch that. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which pile should we pick from?
4.
4?
Well, I guess it just
No.
popped up.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Got it. Okay, so now,
Somebody else
between 3 and 6.
somebody else who hasn't answered though, if their person's there. Between 3 and 6 cards, how many should we pick? It's an awesome responsibility. 3.
3? We got it. Well, there's some ups and downs here. You have the Ace of Wands reversed. But you have the Sun upright. And you have the 5 of Coins, which is not a good card, but it is reversed. So, you got it?
Okay. I think the person's sincere, but I think the person has a couple issues. Exactly now is not exactly the right time for them. They need a little time. That's the delay that I see with the Ace of Wands. With the 5 of Coins, it may be that they're getting over their previous relationship. I think it's done, but there still is maybe some emotional things there. So I would say that maybe their flirting was, in fact, their first chance at trying to say, I'm available again, or I've got this behind me now. So I'm thinking, just be brave. Am I talking about you maybe? I don't know.
No, you know what? I was just thinking here something, Happy. You know, this card, the 5 of Coins reversed, often talks about healing. And this person, of course, is a doctor's assistant. And right now, they're in a very precarious spot with all this stuff going on. And so it might be number one. I don't want to say this person is gonna contract the virus, but they could get exposed. In their line of work, they're right on the front lines of this, and so it might be this person's gonna be very, very busy right now with all the stuff. Some of these healthcare people are gonna be working overtime and everything. So I sense that might be the issue. There might be some delays and setbacks because just of what's going on right now, but there is some positivity here. There is some hope. The sun is a very, very positive card.
Right, and to me, it more or less maybe indicates just good fortune in general for you. So it's like saying the sun is going to shine on you. We're just seeing that maybe there's some delays here. And I think Banshee's right. It's not so much the previous relationship issues. I don't know if those are really there or not. It really does seem to be more about where his direction takes him. He's incredibly busy and challenged right now.
Well, gastro doctors, it's true, they might not be on that front end of things, but if he has to go into hospitals to work, if he has to, they see so many people in their offices that there is a possibility, that they could be exposed to something
too. They could be at risk. Almost anyone in healthcare could be at risk
if they're not. And also, maybe some of these people will be asked to volunteer some of their time, as things get crazier and hospitals get understaffed.
I'm sorry, Masonic just did it. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow.
No, stop now.
So that's what we had, Happy.
Yeah, so the collective didn't do too badly by you.
Jenna, it's been over for a little while, and I think we just finally passed through the shadow Monday or so.
Yeah, the shadow should be...
The shadow's done.
No, the shadow's done, Happy. It's 2 weeks.
Yeah, from the 17th of February, right? So it's been a while. Isn't that when it went direct?
No, it went direct later than that, I think.
Was it March 1st?
Yeah, no, I think it was, yeah.
March 20th. No. Never mind. We don't have our calendar, Happy. Disregard everything we're saying.
Yeah, disregard.
Or you guys who have Google
I do think it was at the
fingertips.
beginning of March it went direct, I do believe.
Oh, goodness. Keep them busy.
But I can't remember. Anyway. You are not going to look them up, are you?
I am.
Ah. Well, we are library people, and Mr. O wants to have the accurate information on when Mercury went direct.
Oh.
So, maybe as a collective now, if you guys are interested, we could do a reading. I don't know. Maybe we should do a reading about just what's going to happen in the short term with this coronavirus thing. We could just see what we get.
It went direct on March 10th. So 2 weeks later is the 28th, 29th.
Oh, Happy was right.
So Happy is right.
Congrats, Hap.
It's not quite out of the shadow yet. Bet your bottom dollar you're a playboy. Woo woo. That's a song too.
Okay.
But not from Annie. I'm thinking of the one by Queen. What's that one? Leroy.
Okay, so a number this is going to get a little more complicated. You know what? This is an important reading I'm suggesting here. So I think what we ought to do is tell me how many times I should shuffle the cards between 1 and 4 times before I give them to Mr. O.
What are we? Do we have another question?
Yeah, we do.
What is it?
It's about the coronavirus in the short term. That's my question.
Oh, okay. Well, please repeat your question.
You were so busy looking up the retrograde. Okay, 4. Thank you, Masonic. 4.
So we're shuffling them 4 times?
That's right.
So you just did 2?
I just did 2.
Are you going to do 3 and 4 too?
Yes, I am. Because you're going to do 4 too.
Oh.
How you like them apples?
Applesauce.
Well, I'm just trying to get a general beat on things, but by all means, remember our readings are for entertainment purposes. They are not to be confused with medical advice.
3.
One more. Okay. Wow, you pound that table. So, all right, now that I've done that, how about we make between 2 and 5 cuts? Pick a number.
How many times should we cut between 2 and 5?
2.
Ah, there we go, 2. Which cut shall we pull the cards from?
That's right.
1 or 2? This is 1, this is 2. Oh, I see you're a surrealist. Well,
No, everybody has the lag time, so yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay, 1 or 2.
You guys are so funny tonight. This reading's not going to read itself.
Pile 1 or pile 2, guys?
There we go.
All right, thank you. Sorry to make this so difficult for everybody. Now, last but not least, now remember, this is about the virus, between 2 and 6 cards.
How many cards between 2 and 6?
Was that you?
Yes, it was. 6.
6, yes, okay. This is so wild. Guys aren't going to believe this. Every card is reversed. Dun, dun, dun. First off. And it's not that they're all bad, but there's definitely some implications here. I'm going to read the cards, show the cards first. We have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. We have the Five of Coins reversed. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Two of Coins reversed. And we have the Page of Swords reversed.
A lot of cards.
So, yeah, we do need, and it's interesting because there's 2 pages and they're on either end, the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords.
Messages.
Yeah, messages and in this case, maybe decisions.
Well, it's like it begins with messages and maybe it ends with messages.
And the message is not good. The message is like not growthful. There's just a real downturn coming right now. I think we can all sense it with what's happening. And then we have the Eight of Cups reversed. People are really going to try to look for, well, you know what? This is really a very positive card to me. I think it's partially what we're seeing now. You know, everybody has to pull back. Everybody has to come back. Everybody has to, stay at home. So, you're closer to your family, your friends, the people that are around you. You're looking after people. I think this is a coming back.
Rather than going out, it is about being in the moment or with the group. It's not striking out on your own.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah. And it's exactly what we need right now because this is the Five of Coins. which is not a good card upright, but when it's reversed, it indicates that in order for us to really heal, and try to turn this thing around, we have to do it. This is kind of a card of healing. We're trying to make healing happening.
It's also a card, too, about saying, I recognize where the spiritual value in life is. It's like saying, like, I don't know why I didn't see it before, but now I see it. I wish I saw it earlier.
Now, the Queen of Wands is saying, there are going to be some bad leadership here. People are not necessarily doing things that are in the interest of the collective right now. I think we see some good stuff happening, but I know we also see some bad stuff happening. There's a lot of places that are not closing like they should. There's people that are not taking the advice seriously, and I think that's coming to roost with this card.
Yeah, I see somebody who has duplicity. There's a facade going on. They're lying or they're trying to hide things.
And then there's the Two of Coins reversed. And the Two of Coins reversed is all about this juggling act and this balance. We're going to be struggling. I'm just not going to say, I'm not saying it's the end of the world, but we're going to struggle. And we're going to struggle collectively. So, we're all in this together.
It's big.
And finally,
what doesn't work is mostly because we're really we're not moving from a diplomatic core. We're really sort of stepping on the wrong toes. We're saying the wrong things. We're not really being accurate. We're not being graceful here.
Well, we have a chain Meyer that's going to be closing at 10 o'clock every night. They were open 24 hours, and they're closing at 10, so they have time to restock. And and then they're having couple hours Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning for seniors to shop before everybody else, which is really nice. So I think, we're all trying to accommodate and try to keep some kind of semblance of normal life going. And really, when I had this reading in mind, I was thinking of only the present, like couple of months. And we know it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's just a given here. Let's just hope, we can turn some of this around, though, and faster.
My feeling is this is a trajectory that takes us clearly to the end of the year and maybe beyond.
You think so? Whoa.
Yeah, because of things we know, too.
I wasn't going to go that far.
Well, I'm just saying these things are summing up the next number of months, that's all.
It may be, but I just think this is a short-term reading for me. I did not want to make it long-term, but, you can project and say that's your prediction because I think that's valid. We know it's not going to be an easy road. Let's see. We shut everything down, and then all of a sudden the virus dissipates or gets less so we can open everything up again. Will things be the same? Probably not. It's going to take a while before we'll be able to get ourselves back to where we used to be, if we're even going to go back to where we used to be.
Well, they're kind of talking about the old times versus the good times a few comments back. But I don't see this as being all stuff within less than 3 months. I think it's taking us up to at least 3 months and maybe further.
Yeah.
So
I could say 3 months. I was going to say 3 months.
Okay, then I guess I read your mind.
Well, thanks for helping with this important reading, and we're just going to have to see. It's not good news, but you know what? We're not here to necessarily give good news. We're here to say what we see. And I think it's pretty relevant because we can see what's going on right now. More needs to be done, and it already seems like they've done so much, yet more needs to be done before we can defeat this thing.
Well, everybody talks about what it means, whether it's so karmic, it is, whether it's so age of Pisces moving to the age of Aquarius. Oh, a lot of things about this are shouting that out to me because we are really seeing systems being hobbled. And the age of Pisces is really about the institutional qualities that run our lives, that inhibit our lives, that direct our lives. and they're all being hobbled as that age is starting to pass. And it's going to be a long transition. This doesn't happen overnight. This doesn't even happen in a couple of years. This may happen over the next several decades. Some of us may not even be here for that.
Hey,
Some
Jenna.
of you will be.
Hey, Jenna, it is absolutely okay to go on walks. They were in one of our communities. They were getting a little bit of cabin fever, the neighbors. So they've arranged at 7 o'clock every night, people go walking. They keep a distance from each other, and they go and they talk to each other in the neighborhood. And they keep that distance apart, but they stand outside and they're talking to each other. So, and as one neighbor put it, they said, wow, this is more than I've talked to my neighbor in a whole year. And so, see, it's bringing people closer together, even though we have to stay apart. There are so many ironies in what's going on here. But yes, you can go out in nature. You can take your walks with your dog. It's all good. Just try to maintain a healthy distance from people.
Agreed.
Wow, thanks, everybody. That was awesome. I think it was.
Well, I don't know about you, Banshee, but this has been a really long week.
Yeah.
And if nobody really has anything really serious to get to, maybe we should just make it an evening.
You think?
Well, I do. I know that we have to do some other work. So we need to work on some other projects we're doing.
Well, I'm glad you
It
guys
was fun.
enjoyed it. It was fun. We don't get to do it often because we have so many people to read for. And it does take time, because there's delays and so we have to wait for the answers from you guys. So it's a little quirky,
But if
but
anybody has ideas, I mean, maybe
Yeah.
if we knew we were going to have time, we could have a protocol set up so that it would be easier to get around to that. But I'd have to work on envisioning that. I can't see myself doing it. Maybe the Nightbot could be trained to do it.
we'll see. But okay, some people are in agreement with us. So if you don't mind us signing off early tonight, I want to thank you all for, joining us today. It's been a little quieter than normal, so we appreciate your coming. And we hope you enjoyed the readings, and we will be here Sunday.
We're going to be back on Sunday, as you can see from our schedule sheet.
Oh, and I guess he won't be working Sundays for at
I don't
least
know
a couple
when I'll be
weeks.
working Sundays again. Who
Yeah.
knows? My goodness, it's really scary.
Yeah.
But we love you all. We appreciate everything you do for us. We hope we are doing something for you.
And please stay safe. Stay safe, and we hope to talk to you all on Sunday. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.